Welcome you guys back to the channel. This is Christopher, as always, your host. If you're new to this channel, this is a channel about credit, business funding, multiple different entrepreneurship courses and stuff of that nature. And we're giving out a bunch of free information for free. So you guys go ahead and make sure you subscribe and like this video. In today's video particularly, we're gonna be talking about the difference between trade lines and primaries, okay? So whenever I first got into credit, I actually, I heard this term a lot of trade lines, primaries. I didn't really know the difference, and I didn't even really know what they were and how to use them. So in this video, I'm gonna give you guys a great explanation for what exactly is a primary and what is a trade line, because those two things used to confuse me a little bit. And I'm sure that they may confuse someone who's just getting into credit. And this video right here is actually perfect for someone who just got their credit repaired or is actually just getting started in credit, because primaries and trade lines have a great significant impact on what your credit score is. So I want you guys to stay through to the end of this video, because I got some special information I'm gonna give away to y'all for those who stay through to the end. So yeah, let's get straight into it. All right, you guys, so let's get straight into it. All right, so what is a primary and what is a trade line? So to clear things up first, both a primary and a trade line are both trade lines. So a trade line is a line of credit that can be anywhere from a credit card, mortgage, auto loan. Those are all trade lines. There's a line of credit that's been opened in your name. And so when they refer to a primary, that is a primary trade line to your account. And when they refer to a trade line, they're usually referring to an authorized user. And we're going to get into that in just a second. So one of the most important things, if you ask me, about the difference between a primary and a trade line is that a primary is organic and a trade line authorized user is bought or borrowed. By meaning organic, that means that, you actually worked for that credit. You personally have that trade line under your name and your name only most of the time. So let's get straight into it. We're going to start with what a primary is first. All right, so a primary can be a revolving or an installment line of credit. Revolving, that's referring to like a credit card. And an installment is going to be any type of loan. That can be auto, mortgage, any type of loan, regular installment loan. Okay, so let's get straight into it. Where can we find them? For free, you can open up any multiple different types of trade lines with your local credit unions, tier 1 banks, which is your BOA, Chase, Wells Fargo, and also any of your credit card companies. You want to have a mix of different type of accounts. You want to have 1 or 2 installment accounts. You want to have about 3 revolving, which is credit card accounts. You want to have an auto loan, a mortgage. The more accounts that you have on your profile, the stronger it is, because just for instance, someone can have an 800 credit score, but if they only have 1 or 2 accounts ever opened on their profile, they still haven't been tested with any money. So the banks aren't going to give them very high limits. Yes, they will get approved for most stuff depending on how much it is, but they won't get very big limits because they don't have any depth within their credit report. So these are ways that you can artificially pay to put these primary trade lines on your credit report. So you can go to Rent Reporters, which is a really good one. They report your rent up to the past 5 years, which is really good. So that can also add age to your credit report as well. And then we got Self. That, I believe, Self has a revolving and a installment. Kickoff, I believe Kickoff is just a revolving. They have a revolving account you can pay. These are all subscription based, by the way, all of these. And Credit Strong. I actually personally like Credit Strong the best. They have a revolving and an installment. And one of these new products they just started offering, Magnum. I'm giving this game away for free, y'all. So soak it up, because this is actually some sauce. So Magnum is a product that Credit Strong's offers. And let me go ahead and show y'all what that looks like real quick. All right, so Magnum right here. Look, when you have cash but no credit. So this is going to get your credit score right. Magnum helps you build a large amount of credit with low monthly payments. So basically, you can build up to $2,000 to $3,000 of credit starting at just $30 a month with it, which is a steal, you guys. So Magnum, you see right here. So this right here says that
Magnum can possibly increase your score by just 86 points. So right here is showing you the impact that Magnum can have, and you guys can, tap in with them and see what they're actually going to be able to do for you. If you see right here, they do have different pricing depending on how fast and how aggressively you want to build your profile. So this is some of their pricing. It is a little pricey, but there's no, it's all depending on how you want to approach this. Because when it comes to building credit, the more money you invest in yourself, just like really within anything, the more money you invest in yourself, the better the outcome is going to be. The more higher probability that you're going to have to getting exactly what you want. All right, so let's get back to it. Okay, so those are some examples of primary accounts. All right. Now let's get into a trade line authorized user. A trade line authorized user can be bought or borrowed. So basically, what an authorized user is, let's just break down authorized user. So an authorized user is someone, for instance, say that I have a credit card of $25,000 that I've had for 10 years from Chase Bank. You could pay someone like me $600 to $700 for a trade line like that. That's a pretty nice trade line. We'll get into that here in a little bit. But you pay someone like me or a website $600 for that trade line to report on your credit, but it usually only lasts for 30 to 60 days. Just to let you guys know. So this is very temporary, but it's great to add one of these onto your account before you go apply for a loan, apply for credit cards, get a new car, all these things, because what's going to do is you're going to want to apply for everything you wanted to apply for while this trade line or trade lines. I actually like to stack trade lines to make my profile super solid. But it goes back to that. How much money are you willing to spend and invest in yourself? So that's an authorized user. So they can be bought and borrowed. You can buy someone else's good credit. That's exactly what I was just trying to explain to you. So you can buy that account that I have open with Chase that I've had for 10 years for $25,000. They'll put you as an authorized user underneath that account. And so that way, whenever Bank of America runs your credit, and you go apply for a credit card for $25,000, and they're like, "Oh, okay, we see you've had a 10-year account open with Chase. Oh, look, and it's a $25,000 credit card. We don't want to give you 25, but is it okay if we give you 20? Will you take it?" And then sometimes they'll just match it, give you more. That factor is kind of, it varies. You can't always pinpoint that exactly, but that's an example of buying an account. And all right, where can you find them? I'm giving y'all some sauce, y'all. Trade line supply. Okay. Matter of fact, let's go ahead. I'm going to show y'all exactly what it looks like, what type of trade lines to purchase if you're going to go this route. So, trade line supply, as you can see. Okay. Let's go to buy trade lines. All right. We getting straight into it. So, right here, I'm going to just give y'all a couple examples. So, this is a Discover account. This is their credit limit, and this is how long it's been opened. So it's been open for about 6 years. He has a $4,600 limit, and this is how long they say it will report for. So they say it's only going to report for a week, but it's going to be on there at least a month. Just to let you know, that's just how credit works. It's all monthly cycles. So these cost about $300. But to get the most value out of purchasing a trade line like this, you guys are going to want to get a better trade line than a $4,600 trade line. Yes, these are a little bit more, but as you can see, these are all kind of lower limits. Some of them $2,000. They still cost $300. But so what you're going to want to do here is go to filters, go to age, 5 to 10 years, and then you're going to want to go to 20 to 40,000. Let's apply filters. All right. Now we cooking, okay? So look, Chase Bank, Tier 1 banks, guys, too. Tier 1s, which I explained earlier, that's BOA, Wells Fargo, Chase, U.S. Bank. These are going to be some of the top banks in America, and they look the best on your report because if Chase gives me $50,000, then why would Navy Federal? Because Navy Federal is just a credit union. Chase and BOA, these tier one banks, they're kind of at the top of the food chain, so to speak. So let's get back into it. So this is Chase Bank. The credit limit is $22,500. It was open January 2019. Okay. And they're selling this for $546. Do you see the difference, guys? So for about $200 more, you're getting so much more value. That last card was $4,600. They still wanted $300 and something dollars for it, and the limit wasn't very high. So you want a high limit trade line. And me personally, I wouldn't go with this one because it's only 5 years old. I would actually go ahead and go with this one. It's a little bit older. 8 years is definitely better than 5, and it's only $20 more. So this Chase, it's a little bit less. The credit limit is a little lower, but I like the age better. But I mean, you could look around. You could look around and find which one is the best bang for your buck. Prices do vary. But yeah, this is Tradeline Supply. You welcome, guys. I didn't know about this site for a while when I first got into credit. So utilize this, guys, and I want y'all to, like this video if you think y'all getting some value out this video. Please show some support, share this video to a friend, and hit me up in the comments. Let me know what y'all want to see next, because I'm here to service the people, man. So yeah, let's finish it up. We almost through with the video, y'all. So, all right. So you see how we can just purchase one. Another thing you could do with the authorized user is you can borrow one where you don't have to spend any money. Borrow them from someone you know. So where can you find them? Friends, family, or really anyone who has high limit credit cards with a low balance, which means low utilization. They can't have a maxed out credit card. Doesn't matter what the limit is, it's going to hurt your score. So if they have a credit card that has 75% utilization, you don't really want to be added underneath that card because they're not managing their credit properly. But if they did have that Chase card of $20,000 for 10 years and it was your mom and you're like, hey, mom, would you mind putting me underneath your credit card as an authorized user? Most mothers, you know what I'm saying? She'd be like, of course, no problem. I'll do it for free, throw you on there. And this actually is going to stay. As long as they want you on their card, underneath their account, you can stay for free. So this is definitely the best route to go, but not everyone, including me. I didn't have somebody that I knew who had great credit. I mean, definitely network. Your net worth is your network. So get out there, meet some people. Maybe you run into a friend who will throw a authorized user on your account for a little while and then take it off or something, or even leave it.
All right, you guys, I hope you guys found this video very useful. As always, I'm gonna keep dropping content as long as y'all keep showing love, man. Make sure y'all share this video once again to as many people as you think could possibly use it. And if you want to get in contact with me personally, the best way to do so is gonna be to reach out to me on Instagram at Cross Country Quick. I'm gonna go ahead and put that somewhere up here on the screen. And yeah, thank you guys for staying through to the very end. Yeah.